What's up, Toy Fam, and welcome to the Totally Cool channel. We are, again, on another episode of Superhero Saturday. And if you were able to watch our episode last week, we started the Build-A-Figure Colossus wave. This is from the Age of Apocalypse continuity of the Marvel Universe. Okay. So there's a lot of things to digest about the Age of Apocalypse continuity, and primarily because of the shakeup when this guy killed his father unintentionally because he wanted to kill Magneto and stop the war between mutants, or between the X-Men and Magneto's acolytes. He inadvertently changed the way things were supposed to go. And instead of Magneto becoming the primary villain of the X-Men, primary adversary, Apocalypse rose to power and took control over all of North America. Mostly all of North America. Headquartered in, if I'm not mistaken, New York. Yeah. Now, to wrap up the whole Age of Apocalypse continuity toy line, we will finish with Apocalypse himself. Okay? But for the meantime, for now, we did Colossus's right leg last week. This week, we're going to do the other leg. So we're setting these guys aside and we'll focus on Cyclops. Now, 2 episodes ago, we did Cyclops, the X Factor Cyclops, and that was the heroic side of Cyclops. Now, this one, I said last week that we're going to see a twist to Cyclops, and we are. This version of Cyclops was originally a villain. Okay, originally a villain. He worked as one of Apocalypse's prelates, or one of his generals, or not a general, probably a colonel. If you look at the military rankings, probably a colonel, because the generals were the horsemen. Okay, 4 horsemen of the Apocalypse, and then under them were prelates. So he was under Mr. Sinister. His boss was Mr. Sinister, together with his brother Havoc, or Alex Summers. Now, we don't have the Alex Summers version of this because the Age of Apocalypse wave only came in 2 versions. This one, the Colossus. The other one is the Sugar Man. We'll deal with that later, but we'll post the link later, somewhere in the description box of that toy line. For the meantime, we're looking at Cyclops. He was initially a villain, but till the spoiler alert, don't tell me I didn't warn you. By the end of the series of the comic book timeline, he was actually identified as a traitor. He was betraying Apocalypse, and he was trying to rescue the other mutants that were captured and in concentration camps under the invasion or occupation of Apocalypse. So he was a villain at the start, and then eventually he showed his true colors, which was a real hero. Okay, so that's his background as a character. Let's look at the box. It says X-Men, Cyclops. Above here is Age of Apocalypse. And it says Build-A-Figure Colossus. Build-A-Figure Colossus. Okay. On the front, there's no animation, unlike Legion. Legion does not have animation too. So this one on the right, Cyclops actually is a Cyclops now, because he had a run-in with. He wasn't Wolverine. He was Weapon X. He did not have time to join the X-Men because the X-Men were not formed. Logan was actually not named Wolverine, and he carried the name Weapon X. Had a run-in with Weapon X, who was at that time trying to rescue Jean Grey. We have the Jean Grey in this universe, in this toy. We'll show you that. That's on another wave. And the same with Weapon X. So during that battle, Weapon X, or Wolverine, was able to gouge out one of his eyes. So after Wolverine took out his eye, or Weapon X took out his eye, he was able to cut Weapon X's right hand. Left hand. Okay, so let's put the focus on him. Set these guys aside for later. All right. You have Rogue, you have Shadowcat, you have Iceman. Pretty cool Iceman, if you ask me. So watch out for this on the next episode. Even Shadowcat looks like a Wolverine knockoff with his her three claws. Shadowcat. Yeah. But I'm really excited about the Sabretooth because he's got a new, different take on him. Okay, so watch out for that. And so let's focus on Cyclops. Cyclops says helps prisoners escape from Apocalypse's prison camps in an attempt to be a force for good in a harsh dystopian future. So yeah, can't stop being the hero. As Wolverine calls him in the X-Men 97 animation, such a Boy Scout. Such a Boy Scout. Okay? So, the right side, you have him with his optic blast. Same thing on the left. You have Apocalypse on the gloomy side of things. On the back, you have Cyclops. I love the detail of this, just looking at it from outside. Really amazing, really amazing. So again, we did number 6, which is Legion. We're doing number 2. Not doing number 2, doing the second figure in the series with Cyclops. Without further ado, where's my cutter? Let's free him up. Okay. I never really thought I'd do this, but for you guys, we will. Okay. Slowly, gently, carefully. Okay. Ouch. Okay, paper cut. Not good. Okay. There's a flap here. Lift it. Lift the tab. Lift the tab. And it's out. Okay. Then you open the side. It's really tricky because this edge has been molded into the side, so it doesn't really open as far or as wide as you want him to be opening up. But we'll jimmy him out. Okay. Just cardboard this. There we go. There we go. Set this aside. All right. Okay. So just one piece. Again, a one-piece toy. There's nothing frilly, nothing fancy. It's just Cyclops being Cyclops. No optic blast this time. No blast effect. You have Apocalypse looking. I am M. Sabanur. Apocalypse's name is En Sabanur. They said one of the first mutants, or if not the first mutant. So one thing I love about Marvel Legends is that it's a no-frills packaging. It's just a clamshell. There are no ties. There's nothing that you have to cut. You can just put him back in as easily as you took him out. So let's take out the left leg and foot of Colossus. Okay, supposed to make him stand up. Please stand up. Hippity hoppity, hippity hoppity. All right, okay. You can just tell the joints are not loose. Pretty sturdy. I mean, Colossus is big, pretty big. So let's get to the actual figure, Cyclops. Okay. One thing I loved about the Age of Apocalypse continuity timeline was the different take on the costumes. Okay. Although this Cyclops costume still had the I don't know what you call that, but it had the arm guard and kind of like an armored gauntlet. Made it a little bit more tougher. It made him look tougher. And this Cyclops has long hair. So, as I was saying, when I looked at him from outside of the box, when he was still inside the box, pretty good detailing. There's a lot of good accents to this figure. And just like Legion, he is well balanced. Spoke too soon, but he is well balanced. Let's do the table test. Doesn't stand up to the table test as much as Legion, but probably it's just because of the weight of this arm. Okay, but right out of the gate, loving this figure, love the color. Although one thing about the Marvel Legends figures that I don't like would be the visible pinholes. Okay, the visible pinholes that are just really, really obvious. Let's look at Legion. Does Legion have that? Yeah, Legion has that in his arms and in his elbows and his knees. Cyclops, fortunately, does not have the visible pinholes, visible pins on the arms, but he does have them on the legs. Okay, let's do a toy review. Let's do the articulation test. Okay, articulation test. Now, you can't really move the head that much. Not much. Because he's got long hair. This is the first Cyclops that I've seen that had long hair. Mostly he had either Boy Scout hair or military cut hair. Or he got a little bit longer hair, but still pretty neatly trimmed. Or he had a skull cap costume, like the one that we showed you 2 weeks ago. Okay, he had a skull cap. So this is the first Cyclops, and that was really shocking for me when I saw the comic book. Oh, okay, Cyclops got long hair. And he uses the long hair to cover his blind eye. Okay? Now, he does have a very pronounced receding hairline. So I don't know if it's because of the stress of working for Apocalypse or what, or Mr. Sinister or what, but yeah. That's one of the things I noticed. Ooh, that's gone too far. Anyway, so paint job is pretty amazing. Consistent shade of blue. And you've got the nice gold that breaks up the pattern. Now, you can't remove the belt. And you can't remove this. Okay? But I'm quite sure. I'm quite sure that there's a way to get it off of him and just, well, you have to cut it, but you can put it back together. It's a nice accent piece. Maybe you can put it on another Cyclops figure. Maybe if you remove the arm, can you remove? No, you can't. Okay, I don't want to risk it. Okay, now let's look at the shoulder joints. Again, 90 degrees, nice. You've got the bicep twist, bicep movement. Okay, bicep movement. You've got two double jointed. Is this a double jointed elbow? Is this a double? Yes, it's supposed to be, but it's kind of tough. So I'm not going to risk it. It's got a nice pose. Okay. Okay. No alternate hands for this one, unlike Legion. Okay, so the hands are just what it is. It's what came with the figure. This one does not have a double joint. This one? Oh. Okay, let's see. I'll try to push this hard. Okay, I don't want to break it, but it's supposed to look like it's got a second joint. Maybe too tough. I'll try to heat this up and see if it could pry it open. Now, there's no waist twist. There is a waist twist to this. Okay, but very limited because of this. The same thing for the ab crunch. Okay, the ab crunch is also limited. You can't do the ab crunch without this falling off. So he has to. Pretty static. He's pretty static. Just poses, stands guard like that. Okay, waist twist. We've done that. You do the legs. Okay, pretty standard. You got the leg turn, leg twist. Yep. You see, you can do a split. I don't know why. Maybe in the heat of battle, he can do a split. And then you've got the double jointed knees. Okay? I'm pretty sure the elbows are supposed to do that because all of the others can. And then you have this, the calf twist. I don't know why you would do that. I don't know if any human can actually do that. But anyway. And then you have the ankle roll. The ankle roll allows you to put him in some pretty nifty poses. Okay, pretty nifty. Can you? Can you? We'll do that later. And then you can do the move up. So he can swim, he can fly. He can touch the sky. Alright. Okay. let's do a toy review. Initially, yeah, I like the accent. I like the look. I like how it feels in my hand. It's pretty good plastic, rubber plastic. I'm just not sure about the elbows, but then the other parts of him are okay. I love the, the way the face looks. Okay, I wish I had the comic book near me, but so I can show you. But this is what I see. This is what I see when I read the comic book. Okay, you've got the one eye, then you've got the kind of like the mouthpiece for the headset, so he can communicate with his other prelates. Okay, and with his adoptive father, I think, is Mr. Sinister. Okay, that being said, let's do a toy review. Okay, off the. Oh my goodness, what's wrong with this leg? Okay, this is not good. This is kind of like it's bendy. It's too bendy for my liking. Okay, too soft. This one. Maybe we can fix it. Maybe not. It doesn't hurt, but it just gives his leg an awkward angle. Maybe it's just the way I make him stand. Okay, not as sturdy as Legion. So, the way he looks, pretty cool. Price point, pretty cool. Got this on the cheap because somebody was letting go of it, quitting the hobby. So probably less than 1,000 pesos, if I'm not mistaken. Now, as you can see, I'm having difficulty making him stand up, and that's because of this fluky leg. This leg is just, it's not like this one. Yeah, they're both soft, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll work on it. Okay. So that affects his shelf appeal, because you're gonna have to be very careful how you stand him up on your shelf, because he might just be the one tipping over and just taking everybody along with him. But overall, okay, faithfulness to the original material, yeah, I'd still think it's way up there. So let's do a rating. Is he cool? Overall, he's cool. Almost not cool because of this faulty leg. This faulty leg is just, it gets me. I don't know why. But you don't want to ruin the whole review for just one part. Okay? See, I'm having difficulty making him stand. Come on, stand. Stay there. Stay put. Stay. Yeah. So there. Overall rating, still cool. Still cool. Especially with this bunch and the other one that we're going to be showing you later. He does bring back high school days for me. You know, when I was reading the comic books back in the day, I was thinking, wouldn't it be cool to have them have a toy like this? Our toys weren't as articulated as these ones now, and it's really fun having them, having these characters pop out from the pages and and stand in front of you. Although this one's having difficulty standing up. So with that ends our review. I'm sorry, I keep forgetting. Should you get it? Should you not? I suggest you do. It's a different Cyclops. I would love to get my hands on the different variants of Cyclops, and this one is a very unique looking Cyclops. He is the only one who's actually a Cyclops with one eye. With one eye. Hence the name Cyclops. The others have two eyes and just one slit on the visor that makes him Cyclops. So it's not really a Cyclops. This one actually is. So with that, we thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button, smash that subscribe button, click that bell button so that you would be notified for future episodes, and follow us on Facebook and TikTok. So, Toy Fam, this is another episode of Superhero Saturday, and we thank you for watching this and getting through this with us. Hope to see you on our next episodes. Remember, Transformers Tuesdays is coming up, to be followed by Throwback Thursday, and back round and round we go to Superhero Saturdays. Again, remember, toys are not just cool, they're totally cool. So happy collecting. Bye-bye.